Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and selamat sejahtera. My name is Nurmisha Shakila binti Buang. My number metric card is 13-18F2005. I would like to present for topic of business law. I want to explain topic 2, which is law of contract. First, definition. Definition of contract means an agreement between two or more parties that is legally binding between them. Then, contract have three types. First, valid, voidable, and void. Then go to the elements of valid contract. The important elements have 7, which is offer, acceptance, consideration, intention to create legal relation, certainty, legal capacity, and free consent. This example that I'm doing, which is legal capacity underage. Then I go to term and condition of a contract. First, express and implied term. Second, condition and warranty. What is express and implied term? Term mean term of agreement with the party of a contract have then set out writing, verbally, or mixture of the two. Then implied term, term of contract which are so obvious that is going without saying that they form part of a contract. Terms may be implied by 3: custom and usage, statutory provision, and the code based on the intention of parties. Then go to the condition and warranty. Condition by section 12 of SOCA 1957, essential to the main purpose of the contract. Then warranty, collateral to the main purpose of the contract, less important term as compared to the condition. And the case is Bethany v. G. 1876. Then this types of contract is performance, agreement, breach, and impossibility. Discharge of contract. First, discharge by performance. Discharge the contractual promise. The performance must be precise and exact, fulfilling completely the contractual undertaking by Section 38(1) and Section 38(2). Then discharge by agreement, Section 63 and Section 64. A contract can be discharged if the party to the contract agrees and consents that the contract will be discharged. This agreement can be made during the contract after the contract has been made. 3. Discharge by impossibility by performance, Section 57. And the last one is discharge by breach. The contract can be put to the end if the party to the contract did not do what they have promised to do in the contract. And the discharge by breach is under Section 40. Lastly, remedies for breach of contract is damage, rescission of contract, specific performance, injunction, and quantum merit. Topic 3, which is legal aspect of business entity. There are 3 types of business entity in Malaysia, which is sole proprietorship, partnership, and company. I would like to explain all the types. First, sole proprietorship is where one person involved in running business for himself, known as sole trader 2. Most traditional form of business, easiest and cheapest to set up the business. The liability is personally responsible all the profit and losses in your business by your own risk. Sole proprietorship, loans and auction is small business mostly funded by personal saving or borrowing from friends and relatives like family. Sole proprietorship also can apply small loan from the relevant government department in financing the business operation. The company means company incorporated under this act or under any corresponding previous writing law by Section 2 Companies Act 2016. They have 6 types of company, which is first, enterprise, second, limited liability partnership, 3, private limited company, 4, public limited company, berhad, 5, company limited by guarantee, 6, foreign company. Incorporation of a company. What is the main incorporation of a company? Refers to the legal process that is used to form a corporate entity or a company. After incorporate, at Company Commission of Malaysia and can receive certificate of incorporation. Effect of incorporation. First is separate legal entity. Second, can own property. 3, can incur its own liability. 4, limited liability. 5, can sue and be sued. 6, method of receiving income. 7, perpetual separate legal entity. The example like case Solomon V.A. Solomon and Co. Ltd. Fact about shoe company have been incorporated by Mr. Solomon, which is member of his family, and his family were the only shareholder. The issue when the company business turned to the future, the value of the asset was insufficient to pay out both Mr. Solomon and the company other creditors. So then the case will help because the existence of a company is quite independent and distinct from its member, and that the asset of the company must be utilized in payment of the debenture first in priority to unsecured creditors. Separate legal entity. The example like case Solomon V.A. Solomon and Co. Ltd. Fact about shoe company have been incorporated by Mr. Solomon, which is member of his family, and his family were the only shareholder. The issue when the company business turned to the future, the value of the asset was insufficient to pay out both Mr. Solomon and the company other creditors. So then the case will help because the existence of a company is quite independent and distinct from its member, and that the asset of the company must be utilized in payment of the debenture first in priority to unsecured creditors. Lastly, I would like to explain partnership. Partnership defines as the relationship that subsists between two or more persons carrying on a business in common with a view of profit. By Section 3(1) of the Partnership Act 1961, partnership owned 2 or more persons, not exceeding 20%, can be used as a business name. Okay, how to determine partnership? First, relationship between 2 or more persons. 2, those persons carrying on a business. 3, the business must in common. 4, the partners must manage the business with the intention to make a profit. Okay, I would like to tell the difference between the 3 types, and I will give example like formation, constitution, and dissolution. First is formation. Formation for the sole proprietorship is 1 person running the business, and partnership 2 to 20%, and company is 15%, and no maximum number. And the constitution is sole proprietorship or regulation, partnership, an article of partnership or a partnership deed, and company constitution. And dissolution of the 3 types is sole proprietorship dissolved by informally by himself, partnership be dissolved informally by agreement of the parties, and the company by a formal procedure. First is winding up and the liquidation. Now topic 4, law of agency. First definition, relationship which subsists between the principal and the agent. who has been categorized to act for him or to represent him in dealing with others. Who is principal? By Section 135 Contract Act 1950, the person for who such as act is done or who is so represent is called the principal. And who is an agent? An agent is a person employed to do any act for another or to represent another in dealing with that person. That is called agent. And by Section 135 Contract Act 1950. Now types of agency: by formation, function, and authority. By formation, by direct appointment, implication, ratification, necessity, and estoppel. Then function by broker, factor, deal creator, auctioneer, and banker. And authority universal, general, and special. Implied from the words to the regular conduct of the party, implied by the Partnership Act 1961, and implied from the relationship of husband and wife. A wife is an implied agent to the husband, on condition that the contract are for necessary and suit to their condition and their lifestyle. The husband as the implied principal is liable for the wife conduct. But the husband carry back this implied authority in 5 circumstances: by expressly forbid, expressly warn, sufficiently provide, sufficient allowance, and unreasonable. Condition for agency by necessity have 4. Real and actual emergency. 2. The agent was entrusted. 3. Impossible for the agent to get the principal instruction. And 4. Agent act in a good faith. Springer v. Great Western Railway. Co is in this case. Then go by the termination of agency 2 ways. First, by operation of law. Second, by act of party. By operation of law, the law itself gives direction when an agency can be terminated. By act of the party, meaning the act of the party which made the contract of agency be terminated. First, by mutual consent. Second, unilateral revocation by the agent. 3. Unilateral revocation by the principal. Relationship between principal and agent. Duties of agent toward principal. Define prohibition on agent. Right of agent against the principal. Duties of principal towards agent. And right of principal when discovered agent took secret profit. Secret profit section by under section 164. And the case is Turpin v. Bilton, 1843. The agent has been instructed by the principal to get the insurance for his vessel. However, the agent failed to do so. The vessel lost, and as a result, the principal bears some loss. Help! The agent is liable for breach of duty due to his failure to obey the principal instruction. That is the case Turpin v. Bilton, 1843. Contract of sale definition is under section 4A SOGA. A contract of sale of goods is a contract whereby the seller transfer or agree to transfer the property in good to the buyers for a price. Now, right and remedy for breach of contract have 3: right of seller, remedy for unpaid seller, remedies for buyer, and then implied term in SOGA have 2: implied warranty and implied condition. Implied condition have some meaning like fitness, distribution, sample, title, merchable quality, time, quiet position, and free from incorporates. Okay. Implied condition is sample. For example, like Ella wanted to buy spine chocolate cake from Ami Bakery. Ella wanted the spine chocolate cake same like the sample she test yesterday, but Ella not get what she want. She get moist chocolate cake from Ami Bakery. So the issue is whether Ella can sue Ami Bakery for breach implied condition as to sample. Answer issue: Ella can sue Ami Bakery for breach implied condition as to sample because Ella want to buy sponge chocolate cake but she get moist chocolate cake. Section 71, and the case is Drummond v. Van Egan, 1887. This case told us that the clothes supplied by the seller was equal to the sample which was previously examined by the buyer. However, there was a latent defect which was not discoverable by a reasonable examination. The court held that the seller was in breach of the implied condition and the buyer was entitled to reject the goods. And lastly, protection to buyer honor by principle of nemo that quote non habit and principle of caveat emptor. The maxim nemo that quote habit meaning no one can give a better title than he himself possesses. In other words, the seller cannot sell the goods that he does not own. This is because he has no title to the goods. The seller can be sued for breach implied condition as to title under Section 48 of SOGA 1957 and Section 27. Lastly, caveat emptor is a non-latent phrase meaning let the buyer beware. It is a principle of contract law in many jurisdictions that places the onus on the buyer to perform due diligence before making a purchase.